Hi, I'm Jendai Harris, and I want to teach you how to use Microsoft Planner to plan your book projects. Okay, here we go. The reason I'm doing this is because as a productivity consultant, I love teaching how we can streamline our systems. And Planner is an amazing tool that you have access to under your Microsoft membership. Now, Microsoft 365 is highly worth it if you're a business owner. It comes with this planner tool, and it comes with Microsoft Teams, the application that I'm using right now. Microsoft Planner is a tool that allows you to plan out all your activities related to a project, include team members, as well as look at timelines of completion. That's why it's such a good tool for using it for book projects. So, for example, when you come into Planner tool, again, assuming that you have it, you click in there, and then all you do is click on New Plan. And New Plan is going to allow you to create a new book project. So here's one of my new books that I'm going to be working on, Supernatural Self-Talk. All right, and I'm going to make it create plan. And then what happens is it comes up to a board. The board is going to be bucket groups of tasks. So for example, the first phase of a book, phase one is the draft phase, right? So drafting out. The next phase I call the phase two, which is the revision phase. Okay, so phase two. And then for me, I add another bucket. This is called, phase three, and this is called the editing phase. And then phase four, which is is publishing. And then phase six or five, phase five, put my Roman numerals here, is, the audiobook. And then you may even have a phase for marketing. It just depends on what you want to do there. But after this phase, I may, I usually do marketing under one hub here, but you may have a marketing phase as well for your project. And then you list out each of the things you need to do. So for example, draft outline. And what you can do is you can assign each thing a task. So for example, you can say, okay, I'd like to do this by, November 12th, okay? And because it's only me at my organization, it just picks me to assign the task. So I click assign, I put my name on it. Now, if I made this public, it's possible to include other people, but generally you're going to just keep it you if you have the tool and, we're doing all the work. So you may want to say, draft chapter one, draft chapter two, draft chapter three, etc. So depending on how many chapters you have, you're going to list all that's going to be under this bucket called draft. Same thing for revision, and revision will look the same thing for editing, same thing for publishing. I could be more specific, but I just wanted to show you how to generally use the tool. The next thing you do is you want to turn off notifications because frankly, they just get on my nerves. So turn that off. Under the settings, just click there, and then notifications, and then just uncheck this one because it just harasses you and you don't need it. You can also download the application and click save. The next thing you can do, and again, because it's me only here, I don't even need this one. I only need that when I'm working on my job. Okay, so now the next phase is you can actually look at these amazing little tools here. So this is charts. This is going to show you where you are with the task and how far along you're moving in your project. So you just click it and you have a wonderful dashboard already built. Schedule is the next phase, which I love. So on this, so for example, I'm going to go to November and look at this. Okay, so in November here, you see how I have that task? So here's what's so cool is I can hover over this and drag out how many days this is going to take me to do. Okay, so where each chapter, for example, you can have a specific time, and all I'm doing, let's say I want to make sure I have a date on these so it shows up. So let me do that. All right. And again, it's mine. All right, so now that's going to show up on the date because I put a date on it. And let's say it takes me 3 days to draft that chapter. And you can see how this works, right? So you'll start seeing the calendar come together. Now, what even is more special, and I love Microsoft tools. Let me just show you. how neat it is that, and in fact, this is just the online, but let me show you on the actual Microsoft tools, because I work for McGee Productivity Solutions and we have an amazing system for managing your time. So this is Outlook on the desktop version. And you can see here, I also keep a very clean list of what's left for the book project. I have kind of everything I need ready to go based on what I'm doing, what my 2020 projects are. So it's important to stay organized in regards to your actions. And these are my kind of daily actions. This is not the exact McGee system. This is my own personal system. But McGee is wonderful to help you get your stuff set up so that you have a clear idea of what's going on with your week. So if you don't have a system, it's going to be very difficult to get your writing time in. Okay, so Planner tool, so let me just bring this to the next level here, is that Planner tool is, let me go back to Planner tool here, can go into Outlook. So I'm going to click on this little ellipses, go down to add plan to Outlook calendar, and now it's going to add it to the calendar. So I have a specific calendar for, specifically to this book, which is kind of neat. I'm going to come over here and now I'm going to see here under shared calendars. It should be under there, but it's actually not showing up, which is, so typical when you're doing a teaching. Okay, so here's my calendar. Okay, Supernatural Self-Talk. And now that calendar, if I go to November, so let me scroll here where there's something there, you'll see, or you should see, move this. You should see the task show up. So I don't know why it's not showing up at the moment, but that's pretty neat that you can do typically, all right? It's not doing it, of course, but I need it to while I'm showing you, but it does show up on there. Maybe it's because I have to highlight it. I don't know why it's doing that. Okay, so the task will show up at the top of the calendar once that imports appropriately. All right, so this is how you use Planner for the Planner tool. It's very powerful. If you have the Microsoft tools, you can also use Teams. So let me show you that. So in Teams, if I had a particular project, I can show you, how to work with Planner as well. And then it will also show up. All I did was hit the ellipses, hit on Planner, and voila. I don't know how people manage, like some of the applications that we have, like Gmail and all of that, are just not conducive to your highest form of productivity. Outlook is absolutely supportive to your highest form of productivity. So inside of here, you see I click plan, it's going to pull in all of my planner type of things that I need to do. Okay, so very powerful tool, and you have your task clearly in front of you. And as you know, to break down tasks as small as you can to get those things complete. All right, that's how you use Planner tool. And again, you can download the app. You can also look for me at thechubbychurch.com or jendaiharris.com. And voila, you see how powerful this can be to keep you organized and actually keep you realistic on the book projects that you have coming up. Hope you enjoyed. Thank you so much.